F1 cars driving through casinos, how McLaren deal with Lando's blunt criticism, and is Alex Albon the most wanted driver in F1? Here's what you need to know about the latest in the F1 world. As part of a new interview with Motorsport.com, Zak Brown has revealed how McLaren have taken some of Lando Norris's open criticism of the team in recent years. While more recently under their new technical structure put in place by Andrea Stella, McLaren have had improved performances, at the start of the year things were looking bleak for the British team. Lando has always been pretty blunt with his comments about the car and its shortcomings, and even after its upgrades has said it's pretty terrible in low-speed corners. But these comments, according to Zak, have the opposite effect to what you may think. Zak has said that the whole team is motivated by Lando's comments as they get happy together and get grumpy together, so there's always understanding about where his comments come from. Even when things were looking outwardly bad for the team, Zak reveals that internally things were moving and progress was being made. Their improved pace in the last few races before the summer has pushed the team up to 5th in the standings, and they'll be hoping they can continue challenging Ferrari, Mercedes and Aston Martin for the rest of the season. Despite a tough and uncertain time in his career not so long ago after being dropped from the Red Bull team in 2020, Alex Albon may now be one of the most in-demand drivers in F1 as contract talks for next season and beyond start to get underway. Since joining Williams in 2022, Alex has put in some impressive performances, and this season has managed to put the team up to 7th in the constructors' standings with 11 points, already more than they achieved in the whole of last year. Alex's ability to lead the team at Williams while achieving points and solid performances in a car that's severely underdeveloped has not gone unnoticed. And as every team, aside from McLaren, will have at least one seat open for 2025, many are reportedly interested in Alex. Alex is happy with Williams and says he's in a good place, but by the sounds of it they'll have a job on their hands to retain him for 2025. We want to hear from you. Should Alex stay with Williams or should he take a risk and move to another team? Before we jump into the next story, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the latest F1 news. The FIA has revealed a plan to improve the F1 cost cap. Last season's audits, which reflected spending in the 2021 season, saw Williams, Aston Martin and of course Red Bull fall foul of the regulations, giving them a fine of $7 million and a 10% reduction of their aerodynamic testing time. As Williams and Aston committed procedural breaches, their punishments were restricted to fines. But many up and down the grid, including Toto Wolff, felt that the process of auditing dragged on longer than it could have, and called on the FIA to speed up the process. Since its introduction, the FIA has been working on changes to the process, including expanding the department who carry out the audits to 10 full-time employees, whereas last year it was only 4. The length of the process is affected by many factors, including the length of the documents the teams submit, the busyness of the team's finance departments, and the legal aspect of any formal investigations. Despite this, the FIA is committed to giving the teams a quick outcome to the auditing for 2022, and their expansion supports this. Why is there a Red Bull F1 car on a roof in Las Vegas? The countdown is on to the Vegas Grand Prix, but Red Bull have headed there early to give us fans a taste of the action. In a new short film on their YouTube channel, Sergio Perez takes the RB7 car for a spin around Vegas, gets up to all sorts of antics, and has to explain these to Christian Horner. From driving down the Las Vegas Strip, to racing 6-time off-road champion Bryce Menzies in the Nevada desert, and losing the car on the roof of Caesar's Palace. Christian Horner said that filming this video was the perfect way for us to prepare for what's to come in November. All of Checo's Las Vegas chaos has got us thinking, what would be the craziest thing you would do if you had the keys to an F1 car? And with that, you're all caught up. What do you make of these stories? Let us know in the comments, like this video if you enjoyed it, and for all of the latest as it happens, subscribe to our daily email newsletter The Debrief through the link in the description, and of course, subscribe to Apex for the latest in the F1 world.